Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and Restless exclusive. On Joshua Morrow's Nick, he tells all about his nerve-wracking start. His first day shock and morale. Those years ago, Joshua Morrow was bummed. He'd auditioned to the NTH for the part of the bold and the beautiful stripper Dylan Shaw, and hadn't gotten it, but about a week later, he got a life-changing call. The Young and the Restless wanted to meet with him about the role of Nicholas Newman. They're like, "Hey, this one didn't work out, but we think you'd be great on Young and Restless." I was like, "Awesome, man." He tells Soaps.com, "I assumed I'd go back to that whole long process, but literally. My read was with the show's late, great co-creator Bill Bell and Ed Scott in their corner office with Heather Tom, who at the time was playing Nick's sister, Victoria. That was it. I read one time, and then Ed looks at me and goes, 'You got the job, kid.'" I was like, seriously? It was that fast. Though it seemed to Morrow that things had progressed at lightning speed, that wasn't quite the case. Behind the scenes, they'd been looking for someone to play the son of super couple Victor and Nikki for a while, and they were deep in their process, he says. Since the powers that be already knew from his bold and beautiful tryout how promising a prospect the newcomer was, I was very fortunate to be the guy who booked the gig, and on only his fourth audition ever, even. Soon after Morrow made his Young and Restless debut on June 21, 1994. He became not only a fan favorite but a front-burner mainstay and a multiple Emmy nominee to boot. At this point, the leading man is as pivotal to the show as Nadia's theme, and shipper wars between supporters of Fick and Chick. And he loves doing the show as much as its viewers adore seeing him on it. From the very start, he was hooked. On his first day, he recalls that his inaugural scene was taped with Tom at 7:30 a.m. "I'd never done a job, not a single job in this world, and I just assumed it was like an all-day thing. I had 4 scenes with Heather, and I was done at 8 in the morning. I was like, all right, well, what do I do now?" They're like, "You go home." Back then, I was still living with my mom. So I drove home and walked in the house, and my mom's like, "What are you doing here? Did you get fired?" He continues. I'm like, "No, I shot my show. I'm done for the day." Now, it's rarely like that, but it's a great schedule. I just remember that day being very uniquely exciting and nerve-wracking. Really wanted to do a good job, and 30 years later, here I am. Time has flown by, and I couldn't be more proud. It's an awesome achievement, and I'm just so thankful the show stuck with me for this long. And to think, if Morrow had wound up winning that bold and beautiful role instead, things would have worked out very differently. I joined Young and Restless shortly after Dylan Neal had started on Bold and Beautiful, so I saw him all the time. We became buddies, but I want to say he only lasted 2 or 3 years, and that could have been me. They could have been like, "You know what, we're done." But getting Nick Newman, who's obviously a cornerstone of the show and a huge part of this main family, I mean, some longevity was sort of baked into it. Assuming that's what I wanted to do, and was responsible, and showed up on time and was efficient, I could stay as long as I wanted pretty much. Luckily, Morrow isn't one of those actors who sees daytime as a stepping stone to higher profile work. "I couldn't want to be famous less," he says, "and, for all intents and purposes, I'm not. Nobody cares what I do in this town. There are far, far more people who are way more famous and interesting, so I can live my life and not have to worry about that. So this is an incredible way to provide for my family, to make a great living, and to be in a job that is very fulfilling. That lets me work with incredible people. It's really been just like the Powerball of jobs, as far as I'm concerned." As Joshua Morrow celebrates his milestone anniversary on The Young and the Restless, fans and co-stars alike are looking back on the unforgettable journey of Nicholas Newman. For nearly 3 decades, Morrow has brought heart, grit, and gravitas to the role of Victor and Nikki's son, evolving from rebellious teen to seasoned businessman, heartthrob, and family anchor. In this exclusive, Joshua opens up about his very first days on set, the pressure of filling iconic shoes, and why he still pinches himself walking onto the stage. Chapter 1. The nerve-wracking first day. I was 20 years old. I'd never acted on television before, Morrow recalls. And suddenly I'm standing next to Eric Bredin and Melody Thomas Scott. That first day was terrifying. Joshua reveals that he flubbed 3 lines in his very first scene and was certain he'd be fired. "I called my mom that night and told her I blew it. She said, then blow them away tomorrow." Chapter 2. Building Nick from the ground. Says he was given a simple mandate: bring fire to the new. Nick was meant to be Victor's wild card. I studied Eric's performances to learn intensity. But I also wanted to make Nick vulnerable. A guy who feels everything. The writers soon paired him with Sharon Collins, played by Sharon Case. The chemistry was instant. He smiles. It changed everything. Chapter 3. First Love. First LOS. Nick and Sharon's whirlwind romance became a cornerstone of the show, but their early years were anything but smooth. Joshua reflects on Cassie's tragic death storyline as the most emotional chapter of his career. That broke me as an actor and as a dad. I had a 1-year-old at the time. Every scene felt real. He credits the cast and crew for helping him navigate those emotional waters. That's when I stopped just playing Nick. That's when I was Nick. Chapter 4. Rivals, Reboots, and Restless Evoutio on Moro laughs when asked about Nick's many love interests. Sharon, Phyllis, Sage, Chelsea, and the list goes on. Nick never learns. He also touches on rivalries with Adam, Jack, and even Victor. The push-pull with my TV dad never gets old. Eric keeps me sharp. Off-screen, Joshua pushed for more father-son nuance. I didn't want Victor to always be the villain. Sometimes Nick is wrong. That's real. Chapter 5. Staying power. In a shifting soap, World Morrow is one of the few daytime actors to stay with the same show for nearly 30 years. What's his secret? Loyalty, gratitude, and honestly. These people are my family. I still walk into CBS and feel lucky. He talks about watching co-stars come and go, changing fan trends, and adapting to new formats. Streaming changed the game. But nothing beats the heartbeat of a live audience reacting. Chapter 6. A Love Letter to the Fans. Morrow shares messages from fans who watched Nick grow up on their screens. There's a woman who said she named her son Nicholas because of me. That floors me. He also talks about receiving support during his real-life milestones, marriage, fatherhood, and personal loss. The fans made me feel like more than a character. They made me feel seen. Epilogue. The next catch Peter R's for Nick's future. Joshua hints at a surprising twist coming in the next few months. It's something we haven't explored yet, and it shakes up everything. But for now, he's celebrating a legacy. From the nervous kid on day 1 to today, I just want to say thank you. To the fans, to the cast, to everyone. It's been the ride of a lifetime.